In this chilling video, we follow Jessie, who lives alone with only her loyal dog, Glor, to keep her company. Every evening, when she returns from work, Glor is already waiting for her in the room, as if sensing something unsettling in the house. But tonight, just before Jessie is about to drift off to sleep, something truly unexpected and terrifying occurs.
Bruh. What do you see? Oh my god. What? Girl? You're gonna get me scared.
As we watch, Jessie is lying in a bed, trying to settle down for the night, when Glor suddenly begins acting very strangely, almost as if she can sense a presence in the room that she cannot see. Jessie's heart starts racing as Glor begins to growl deeply at the seemingly empty space in the corner of the room, his eyes fixated on something invisible. Panicked, she tries desperately to calm him down, but his growls only grow louder, making her fear what might be lurking in the shadows. After what feels like eternity, Glor finally settles, and Jessie, though shaken, manages to close her eyes and drift off to sleep. But honestly, if something like that happened to me, I don't think I would ever be able to sleep peacefully again. This unsettling video captures a man who was forced to spend the night at a lonely, dimly lit motel. When he needed to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, he encountered something so eerie that it defies explanation.
Ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada, vean. Acá tampoco, vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Y aquí pues tampoco, vean. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, hoy. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? No hay nada.
As the man entered the bedroom, a sudden and unsettling noise echoed through the stalls, sending a shiver down his spine. Feeling a growing sense of dread, he quickly turned on his camera, hoping to capture whatever was making the noise. He watched as he nervously checks each of the stalls, his breath growing heavier, but finds no one. Just as he's about to leave, a loud, violent banging erupts from one of the stall doors, so loud it reverberates through the entire room. Heart pounding, the man rushes back to the stall, but when he swings the door open, the stall is empty. Whatever was there had vanished without trace, leaving only the lingering fear of what might have been. The video centers on a young girl named Bella, who is determined to become famous by making TikTok videos, despite the danger that lurks in the world of the unknown. What happened to Bella during one of her recordings is not just unsettling, it's the stuff of nightmares. As the video begins, we see Bella happily starting to film her latest TikTok video. But then, out of nowhere, something or someone appears behind her. just over her right shoulder, and the air in the room seems to drop several degrees. The figure is vague, almost like a shadow, but it's enough to send chills down anyone's spine. I honestly can't identify what it might be, but the sheer sense of dread it brings is undeniable. We will leave it up to you, the viewers, to decide what exactly Bella captured on film. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. In this video, we follow a man named Garrett, who was returning home late at night, crossing an old, creaky bridge under the pale moonlight. What began as a quiet journey quickly turned into a nightmarish encounter with the unknown. See for yourself. As Garrett stepped onto the bridge, he began to hear strange, eerie noises coming from beneath the wooden planks. With his heart in his throat, he recorded what he saw: a figure, twisted and unnatural, moving in the shadows. It was something that resembled a human, but its form was all wrong, almost like the legendary Skinwalker, or perhaps some other unworldly creature. What do you think Garrett captured? Could it be something beyond our understanding? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This video features Kiki and Danny, two siblings who share a room and were just trying to enjoy a quiet night playing video games. But what started as a fun evening quickly turned into something far more terrifying.
Daddy!
What?
There's somebody in the window. Keep it down.
No, there's not.
We heard a ticking clock.
Don't go nowhere. Stay right here.
As they were engrossed in their game, Kiki's attention was suddenly drawn into the window, where she caught a glimpse of something, or someone, watching them from the darkness outside. Her heart racing, she called out to her father, Jack, to come and see. When Jack entered the room, he too saw the shadowy figure lurking just beyond the glass, its form barely discernible in the dim light. But as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanished, leaving only the chilling memory of its presence. Fearful for their safety, Jack immediately took Kiki and Danny out of the room, not wanting to risk what might happen next. That night, no one of them got much sleep. In this video, we see Lisa, who has just returned home from a long day at work, exhausted and looking forward to a quiet evening. But as she steps inside her house, she quickly realizes that something is very wrong.
Coming through the kitchen here. Oh, say hi, Bernard. He never lets me talk. And then I see that. This is the third time I've come through, and this is exactly how I've seen that.
Frozen in fear, Lisa could only watch as the eyes seemed to follow her every move. Terrified, she ran to her bedroom, looking in the door behind her, heart pounding in her chest. When she finally gathered the courage to return to the living room later, the eyes were gone, but the memory of their glaze haunted her for the rest of the night. Did you also manage to capture something paranormal, or found a scary video that deserves to be in our next video? Don't hesitate and send the videos or links to our Instagram DMs. And don't forget to include some info about the situation. Well, I'm not gonna waste another minute, so let's get to the next video. This video takes us inside an old creaking house that has been in Kate's family for generations. Passed on from her great-grandmother, the house is steeped in history, and with it, a legacy of strange, unexplainable events. As Kate lay in a bed, trying to relax, the house around her seemed to come to life with eerie noises and unsettling movements. The door to her room creaked open just a little, allowing the faintest draught to slip through, and a bang hanging on the doorknob began to sway back and forth as if nudged by an invisible hand. Kate's breath caught in her throat as she saw a face, pale and ghostly, appear in the mirror across the room. Books began to tumble off the shelves, one by one, as if pushed by an unseen force. After a while, the disturbance stopped, and an eerie silence fell over the house, only to be broken by a low, whistling sound from the hallway. The lights began to flicker, casting long dancing shadows on the walls, before finally going out completely. Eventually, the house grew quiet once more, but Kate's nerves were frayed as she tried to lie back down and sleep, knowing the night was far from over. This video features George, a construction worker who was finishing up work on a house late at night, alone. But as he was getting ready to leave, something strange and terrifying forced him to reconsider.
The heck is that? Hello? Who is it?
After wrapping up for the day, George headed to the kitchen to grab a drink and clear his mind. As he was taking a sip, he noticed something unusual. The door to the basement room was slowly creaking open, as if begging him to come closer. Though every instinct told him to ignore it and leave, George couldn't resist and shake the feeling that someone might be down there. He carefully approached the door, and just as he reached it, it suddenly slammed shut with a force. Startled but determined, George quickly reopened the door, only to find the basement dark and empty. He called out, asking if anyone was there, but the only response was the light suddenly going out. In this terrifying video, we once again follow Kate as she prepares to go to sleep in her old haunted house. But this time, the presence in the house makes itself known in a way that is impossible to ignore. As Kate settled into bed, trying to shake off the uneasy feeling from earlier, a sudden, loud noise erupted from the hallway, making her jump. The banging grew louder and more insistent, seeming to come from the direction of the bedroom. Gathering her courage, Kate got out of the bed and carefully made her way towards the source of the noise. When she reached the bedroom, she found the toilet seat slamming up and down violently, as if moved by an unseen hand. Panic-stricken, Kate ran back to her room, but as she did, a picture fell off the wall behind her with a crash, and the door began to slowly close on its own. As if that wasn't enough, the light in her room started to flicker uncontrollably, and a music box fell from the shelf, beginning to play a haunting melody. The video ends abruptly, leaving us to wonder what might have happened next. We can only speculate, but feel too free to share your theories in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this far. I would like to offer you subscribing to this channel, so we can maybe see each other again sometime. If you still haven't had enough, here are some similar videos you can check out. I'm Bart from V.1, and so hopefully see you next time.